have announced a Terminator board game. Now, this comes from Space Goat Productions, who you may remember as the same company that recently did the Evil Dead 2 game on Kickstarter. And this is also going to be a Kickstarter launching in February of 2017.
I feel like every board game now is going to be a Kickstarter.
Pretty much. It hardly seems worth noting at this point. But it is... there's actually going to be 2 boards. It's going to be kind of an asymmetrical thing. One player is playing as the robot Skynet, and they're in the future board, and then there's a 1984 or 86, whatever it is, board, and everyone else is a human, so it's a one versus all kind of game. We don't have many details beyond that, but supposedly one of the original screenwriters is on board as a story consultant, which probably means very little, but I don't know, that's kind of interesting. There hasn't been a Terminator board game, except for probably, a really crappy, like, Hasbro one from the 80s that I don't know about.
Hey, Jurassic Park 3 is a fantastic game.
If it's on that level, we'll see. But it does seem like a kind of a good concept. I know you're not usually a big fan of the one versus all stuff, right? So.
Oh, I'm not, but it's not that I think it's a bad mechanic. It's just not my mechanic.
Right, sure.
So I don't think you can take points off. I would not take points off of that for this.
But
I will, however, because this is partly because after playing Ghostbusters, which we can hear our review about that, all different. I feel like this is going to be like, it's just going to be more of like, hey, we're going to be selling you Transformers miniatures.
Terminator, you mean?
Terminator, wow. And just happen to attach a game to it.
Well, what do you think about just that premise? Like, is that how you would want a Terminator board game to be?
Yes, but the thing is, the only reason I'd want it is because I want to find a way to, like, let's say the robots versus humans, you kill character A. And then in the future board, character A's descendants there, and then he automatically leaves the board too.
Whoa.
So there's actually like a...
That would be some fourth dimensional chess going on.
Something like that. I think, I know it's a little hard to do, and really there's only technically one person who really matters in that in terms of the Terminator universe.
Right.
And I haven't seen the latest one. I know that's a whole other thing.
I feel like honestly, what I would want is like a 2-player dual card game or something, where it's just like I'm the Terminator chasing you and I'm trying to get away or something. More of a tactical thing. But I mean, of course, there is that whole cyber war aspect of it. So it's not like it's out of nowhere. Like, I understand why people would want that too.
And another thing, maybe this is more of a side game to go along with it, a sort of resistance game, because in Terminator 2, remember, he can take other people's forms.
That would be cool.
So what if one person is the mother, or and one person's the robot Terminator? And
that's kind of an interesting concept, true. Of course, there are a lot of those right now.
Did you back not the Walking, wow.
I did not back the Evil Dead game. We did talk about it on the show, and it looked fine, but there were some, I think I said when we talked about it, like, almost red flags. There were some things that had me a little scared, and I think if that game had come out already and I could hear some reports about it, I would feel a lot safer about this.
Remember, we know very little about this. This might just be like, hey, we're thinking about this, and like,
it sounds pretty official though.
No, but I mean, like, it could be a year. They
said February.
Oh, they actually did.
February,
okay.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, well, we might see the walk-in, but
right. Yeah,
we'll keep you updated when we learn more.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's I would be. I guess it's better than Cryptozoic having it, but it's also like they're very untested. So it's not like if it were Fantasy Flight, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, and my biggest issue is, and I think Cryptozoic just happened. I don't blame them for this,
but they have so many licenses.
No, but that's not actually what I'm referring to. Is the fact, and this is where Kickstarter, I feel, really takes advantage of people for. Be like, look at all these awesome miniatures, because you don't play the game, but you see all these toys. So really, you're buying a toy, I feel, with a game attached. And I'm worried that sometimes that's what a Kickstarter ends up being, less about the actual
It's more of a collector's item. It's like something for you to put on your shelf rather than actually play.
Right, and I'm hoping that the game actually shines enough, as well as the miniatures, if this has miniatures. It just looks like that kind of...
It's going to have miniatures. Yeah. I promise you it will. I mean, the Evil Dead game did. Well, we will see in February for sure, and hopefully we'll find out. Evil Dead game might not be coming until like next year, maybe, so we'll find out. We'll see what Space Goat is all about with their licensed properties.